The Unworthy King. Once upon a time, in the prosperous kingdom of Eldoria, there lived a king named Aldric. Eldoria was a land of shimmering rivers, lush green valleys, and bustling cities filled with skilled artisans and merchants. Yet, under King Aldric's reign, the kingdom had begun to crumble. Aldric was a man of wealth and power, but he lacked wisdom and compassion. He ascended the throne not through merit but by birthright. His people whispered in the shadows, calling him the unworthy king. His court was filled with sycophants, and he squandered the royal treasury on lavish feasts and tournaments while his subjects starved. One day, an elderly woman named Alara approached the castle gates. She was a healer and a mystic, known in the villages for her wisdom. Disguised as a beggar, she requested an audience with the king. The guards laughed but allowed her entry, curious about what entertainment she might provide. Alara stood before Aldric, her back bent but her voice strong. "Your Majesty, I come with a warning. Your people suffer, and your kingdom weakens. If you do not change your ways, Eldoria will fall into ruin." Aldric laughed dismissively. "An old beggar dares lecture me? Leave before I have you thrown in the dungeons." Alara's eyes sparkled with an otherworldly light. "Very well, Your Majesty. But remember this, a king who does not serve his people will find his crown heavier than he can bear." That night, Aldric was plagued by strange dreams. In them, he walked through his kingdom, but everything he touched withered and died. Rivers dried up, crops turned to ash, and his people faded into shadows. He awoke in a cold sweat, only to find his crown lying on the floor, its golden surface tarnished. The next morning, news reached the castle. A neighboring kingdom was preparing for war, emboldened by Eldoria's weakness. The treasury was nearly empty, and the army was ill-prepared. Panic spread through the court, but Aldric, still shaken by his dream, ordered a meeting with his advisors. Among them was a young knight named Sir Rowan, who had earned the people's respect for his courage and kindness. Rowan spoke boldly. "Your Majesty, if you wish to save Eldoria, you must first win back the trust of your people. Lead by example. Show them that you are their servant, not their master." Reluctantly, Aldric agreed. Over the next few weeks, he ventured into the villages, listening to the concerns of his subjects. He worked alongside farmers, rebuilt homes destroyed by storms, and shared meals with the hungry. At first, the people were skeptical, but slowly, they began to see a change in their king. Meanwhile, Sir Rowan rallied the soldiers and villagers, inspiring them to defend their homeland. When the invading army arrived, Eldoria's people stood united, their courage and resolve unshakable. The invaders were defeated, and the kingdom celebrated its hard-won victory. Though the battle was won, Aldric knew his journey was far from over. He continued to work tirelessly to rebuild his kingdom, earning the title the Redeemed King. The crown, once heavy with the weight of his unworthiness, now rested lightly on his brow. And so, Eldoria flourished once more, a testament to the power of redemption and the strength of a king who had learned to lead with his heart.